All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Houston Rockets Daily. Today we're going to go ahead and recap tonight's game against the Indiana Pacers. Whew, man, I'm like out of breath right now. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. As always, hit the like button, drop a comment down below on the topic or whatever the hell you want to comment down below. Love reading them. Anyways, Pacers, thank goodness. Thank God the Indiana Pacers scored 38 points in the fourth quarter, guys. Houston had I think it was a 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and it was like, oh no. It was like, oh no, man. This is not good. This is not good because Indiana, they're clearly rebuilding right now. They only have 24 wins. Only 24 wins on the season. Theoretically speaking, if the Houston Rockets were to go on a massive win streak or lose 2 to 3 games for the remainder of the year, they'd probably finish better than the Indiana Pacers. So this was a big rebuilding game. This was a big tanking loss. And shout out the Indiana Pacers for scoring 38 damn points in the fourth quarter. Yes, it's not always fun to watch. But tonight I will say this. Since we were playing Indiana, I had so much fun watching this loss. I had so much fun watching it. I think there's so much to be excited about. And, the thing with this season so far is, there's a lot of things the Houston Rocket organization should be excited about. But it's not like it happens every single night, right? It's not like Josh Christopher every night is going to drop 22. Tonight Jacob didn't do too much. Only 2 points off of the bench, only played 16 minutes. But, we've seen Josh Christopher score 20 points in 18 minutes. Sengun, really solid game. 15 points, 4 rebounds. Jalen Green, solid game. Didn't really shoot lights out. Shot 6 of 15. We'll talk about these guys later on in the video. But, there's a lot of positives. I saw on Twitter today. Oh, first off, no, wait. We have a tweet, actually. But I saw on Twitter today a proposed trade where it was you're trading Christian Wood and our Brooklyn Nets 16th-ish pick this year to move up to Portland's 8th or 10th pick, and I thought that was phenomenal. But anyways, we have a tweet from StatMuse who, dude, quick sidebar here, everyone flames StatMuse. I literally saw I even saw Rusty Buckets quote this account saying this account is garbage or something. I think it was more explicit than that, but I was like, whoa, I kind of like StatMuse. I like StatMuse. I use them for almost all my stats. Anyways, Christian Wood tonight, 32, 13, 7, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He's the first Rocket big with a 30, 10, 5, 2, and 2 games since Hakeem. So he joined some elite company. I'm still in the camp of where I'm fine giving Christian Wood another year, but at the same time, I just don't think he realistically fits our long-term plans. So I would imagine that they're going to at least entertain the idea of trading it. At least entertain it. The reason I'm not in a rush to trade Christian Wood quite at this moment because, even if we get to the deadline next year and Christian, it's clear, all right, this guy's going to want his bag. He's just not the guy. Whatever the reasoning is, and we're looking to trade him, or we just know at some point next year, if you're sitting back and you're thinking, all right, Christian Wood's not coming back, you're still going to get value. You're still going to get value. A contending team will want him. A rebuilding team will want him. This is a guy who, I think if you give him a lethal point guard, a point guard like James Harden, where we saw Christian Wood in his first game with James Harden, first game with the Houston Rockets, drop 30 points, that's where he's going to feast. If Christian Wood's a third option on a team with a solid point guard, if you put this man on the Phoenix Suns, he would be Mr. Efficient. He's not getting called to defend the best big man on the opposing team. Golden State, he doesn't have to guard all these crazy-ass players. He isn't your whole defense. Christian Wood's defense is one of my biggest flaws with him, but tonight, you got to give hats off to him. And it's games like this that remind me, all right, yeah, Christian Wood isn't always my favorite. It's for a whole bunch of reasons, because I want him to be that guy. With his work ethic, with his demeanor, I know that whatever team he goes to, if he's going to be the 1 option, if he's going to be the number 3 option, I know whatever team he goes to next, he's going to feast. He's going to feast, and I wish him nothing but the best. But as far as Houston's future is concerned, it's almost like we don't need a short-term solution at the center position or the 4 or 5 position because, first off, we don't have, Christian Wood's the best player on the Rockets. I'm sorry, Christian Wood's best player on the Rockets. Sengun isn't really ready to start a whole season of basketball games, in my opinion. So if you go out and you draft a Jabari, you draft a Chet, you draft a Paolo, I'd still rather have Christian Wood paired next to whoever it is playing. You put Christian at the 4, put Christian at the 5, depending on who you draft, if it's Chet, Jabari, etc. That's what I want to do. But at the same time, I wouldn't complain one bit if they were to go in a different direction, put a little bit more trust in Sengun, or they go ahead, you draft Chet, he's the new, starting 5, whatever the Rockets do at the draft, where you trade Christian Wood to trade up into the draft, or you trade for like some type of asset, whether that's draft value or just like a young, promising player. Whatever the Rockets decide to do, basically, keep him, trade him, I'm for it. I'm trusting the process, because games like this, they remind me of Christian Wood when James Harden was here. It literally just reminds me of it. And tonight, I don't think it's really all that surprising that really the primary ball handler was Jalen Green. I mean, Jalen Green recently has kind of been that primary, maybe not for full stretches of games, but there are moments where Jalen Green, it's clear the Rockets are trying to look a little bit more into like, all right, what's his playmaking ability? What's his ISO ability? What's his passing ability? What else can he do? We know he's a spot-up shooter. Like, we know he's a certified sniper. Maybe he's not a spot-up shooter or a certified sniper, but you kind of get the jumble of words I'm trying to assemble here. But tonight, Jalen Green, like I said, 6 of 15, nothing crazy. Nothing catastrophic, nothing to be like, oh, damn, great game. 20 points, all right, plus 8, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block. It's food for thought. Because KPJ, you could argue, he does all of his damage when he's scoring. Like, Kevin Porter Jr. is a phenomenal scorer. I don't think that's ever really been a question. What we're giving Kevin right now is kind of time to figure out how he can mix his scoring, massive scoring potential, and his massive scoring ability with his passing. Like, he's got ability passing the ball and all of his potential passing the ball. You want to combine those. That's why we're giving him the keys right now. Damn, there's like a fat cut on my finger. Jeez. But anyways, KPJ, solid game tonight. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 3 of 6 from downtown, 7 of 14. Like, that's why Rocket fans shouldn't be worried one bit, is if Kevin Porter Jr. doesn't work out as our long-term point guard, it's not like he's not going to be a 6-man stud. It's not like he's not going to be a scorer or a shooter. Like, he can still be a lot of different things. He doesn't have to be our franchise point guard. Do I hope he will be? Kind of, yeah. Would I be mad if the Rockets drafted Jaden Ivey and kind of had, a different envision? Not one bit. Once again, we're getting back to, I trust the Houston Rockets. I trust Rafael Stone. Seems like he knows exactly what the hell he's doing. Might not always make sense. Might not make sense even on a season-to-season basis. You might be able to look back at this year and say, all right, 17 and 53. How many wins did we have last year? 17? All right, where was the progress? You can make arguments with that. I'm not saying you can't. But there's a lot more that goes into it, right? KJ didn't miss a shot tonight, 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from downtown. Let's give this man some run. But really just overall kind of grand thing tonight. Let's not do Schroeder anymore. Let's not do Nwaba anymore. Let's not do Eric Gordon anymore. Eric Gordon and Nwaba, they didn't play tonight. Schroeder only played like 24. Here's the thing. We're getting to the end of the season. We're not trying to win basketball games. Let's shut those guys down. Let's shut all 3 players I just mentioned down. Unless the Rockets are actually interested in Dennis Schroeder being a viable option after this season, play him maybe 20 max. Give Daishen Nix his opportunity. And I would imagine as we're getting closer to the end of the season, that's what's going to happen. I mean, what does Houston have right now? 12 games remaining. I believe they actually have 12 games remaining. So now's the time. Now's the time when I would start to expect some changes happening within the Houston Rockets lineup. I don't think we see Eric Gordon at all for the rest of the season. That's it for today. Hit the like button, hit that sub button, drop some comments down below on the game, and I'll see all you guys tomorrow. Peace.